Welcome back. Now, our next guest, Lebo Lion, is an award-winning entrepreneur, podcaster, and now author of a book titled Audacity, a life guide for the modern woman. This offering is described as a handbook that the reader can use in different phases and moments of their lives to bring themselves back to their authentic self. Well, Lebo Lion is in studio with us this morning to help us break down why we need the courage to be audacious on a daily basis. Good morning, Lebo. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning, Lebo. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. I mean, talk to us about this book. I mean, how it addresses women who are still struggling, to articulate, their dreams, fears, and joys. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Audacity is actually my first baby. And I wrote this book from tweets that I had been posting for several years. And I would find that people who are hosting women empowerment events would be using my tweets to steer people through the event, or they'd use it to teach and help women in different communities and that kind of thing. So I thought to myself, how do I package this thing? Because clearly women are using it, it's helping them in different parts of their lives. How do I package it into one thing that they can always have in their handbag, by their bedside table, wherever they are, and anytime they need a big sister, a mentor, motivation, whatever it may be, they can just pick up Audacity, open up a page, and get the word that they need for the day.
Why Audacity, though?
Audacity, because I feel like we're living in an era where women have the opportunity to really go for what they want. They really do have the opportunity to build the lives that they want, and you need audacity for that. You need courage, you need that chutzpah, the thing that makes you a force to be reckoned with. And I think so many of us, especially on the African continent, our culture doesn't necessarily promote women who are outspoken, who put themselves first. And Audacity is that call to action to say, put yourself first. You know, when you are good, the community is good. When you are happy, the community is happy. When you succeed, everybody else benefits.
And how is this book going to remind women of the power they have and the power they possess?
I'm glad you asked that question. So this book is called a life guide on purpose, because it's not like a novel where there's a story, page 1 to 100. You can literally open any single page on the book and there's a message. And that message is supposed to resonate with something you're going through in that day or something you're experiencing. Then you use that to help you go through the day. And so really, it doesn't matter what's happening in your life, where you are, you can literally open any single page and there's a message for you. And you can write it down. We've left open spaces. And this is literally a book you're supposed to use as an heirloom. So you're passing it down, right? If I'm your daughter, I'm supposed to see the experiences you had because you wrote down next to this tweet, Lebo experienced XYZ. So therefore, I actually understand her lived experience when she was reading this page of the book. It really is an interactive life guide. It's not meant to be something that you read from page 1 to 2 or that you read once. You read it over and over again every time you're experiencing something that you need mentorship for, or, a big sister for.
What lessons came with working on this project for you personally?
I learned that vulnerability is probably the most underrated currency we have in society. I think the more vulnerable you are, the more you can achieve, because you're not entering spaces with fear. You're entering spaces with kindness, you're entering spaces with openness and just confidence. And you're saying, I'm not afraid of people. I trust the universe. I trust humanity. And I believe that if I'm bringing something good things will come to me. So that's what this book taught me, how to be vulnerable.
Yeah. What are some of the lessons that readers will take from this book?
Listen, this book, like the cover, is any woman, right? So there isn't a specific identity. It is all women. And you're supposed to create the meaning of the book yourself. So when you're reading something, it might mean something different to me than it does to you. And that's the point, that to be audacious is a unique experience and you express it yourself. Lebo can't tell you how you should be audacious. You must be audacious in your own way. And the lessons here just help guide you into becoming the audacious woman that you want to be. But nothing's prescribed in this book. You get to decide what audacity means to you.
What's been the response to the book?
People love it. I mean, we've only done a soft launch for the book, and so far people are creating content for the book. They're creating videos. They're showing themselves going to work and reading this book during their lunch breaks, or reading it to their children, or even sharing it with their friends. There was a really cool video that somebody sent us. This guy wanted to propose to his now fiance, and he bought her this book because she really wanted it. And so the ring was put like next to the book, and she came into the room, and there were flowers and whatever, and she first saw the book and she started crying. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe you got me this book. And then he went down on one knee. So people are really using this book to define their life experiences, and they really are using it as the handbook that is needed on a daily basis to navigate through life's challenges.
And why was it important that you create the notes, the space where people can make notes? Why is that such an important bit of the book?
That's a great question. I think we did that because space challenges people to think and confront themselves. So we have the statements, we have the lessons, and they're wonderful, but what does it mean to you? We don't just want you to mindlessly read the book. We want you to implement it, which means you have to think about it as well. You have to confront yourself. And the space is you confronting yourself. And we want you to also create greater meaning with the lessons that we've got here. And that space allows you to do that.
But it's not an easy thing, though, to confront yourself. Though, and because it means taking accountability, and it means also looking at the demons face on.
Exactly. And that's why it's a life guide and not a book. Because it's a process. It could take you 5 years to read this book simply because it's hard for you to confront the things that are coming up from the lessons that you're learning, and that's okay. It's a personal experience. It's in a book. You can keep this anywhere you are, and it's all about you. So take your time. This life guide, the lessons are timeless. They'll still be relevant 50 years from now. They would have been relevant 50 years before now, and that's the point of the book. These are the lessons your grandmother would have given you, or your sister, or your mother, or anybody who's close to you who you respect.
All right, so you had a soft launch. Where to from your big launch? What's going on?
We're going to do so many launches. The State Theatre was gracious enough to invite us because they really love the book. And we had a really cool launch, and we had a lot of academics speaking about the book, talking about why it's relevant for the future citizen, right? This is a book for the digital citizen as well. They are nuggets. It's not a whole long paragraph. Most people only have a concentration span of less than 5 seconds. So we designed a book for a person who doesn't have time to read, but needs the lessons. And so I think because this book is so future-focused and centric, we are going to see ourselves doing a lot of unconventional launches in spaces where people do not launch books traditionally, because we are not a traditional book. This is for the person who likes to tweet, the person who likes to Instagram and TikTok, but also for the person who loves heavy literature, because the meaning can be changed depending on who you are.
All right. I'm excited about this. Thank you. Lebo Lion, thank you so much for talking to us. Audacity, a life guide for the modern woman. That's a book we've been reviewing this morning. Her name is Lebo Lion. All right, quick ad break. We're back after this. Stay with us.